South Korea's broadcasting networks, that's KBS, MBC, and SBS, have strict guidelines about what content can be aired on television and radio. Between 2009 and 2012 alone, these networks banned over 1,300 K-pop songs. Here's a comprehensive list of K-pop songs that were banned from broadcast and the specific reasons behind each ban. Go Go, BTS. This energetic track from BTS was banned due to lyrics deemed too vulgar for public broadcast. The song's playful references to spending money and living carelessly were considered inappropriate by Korean broadcasting standards. Specifically, the line YOLO 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 Yo was criticized for promoting reckless behavior among youth. The song's theme of spending money frivolously was also deemed problematic during a time when youth unemployment was a serious social issue in South Korea. Boombaya. Blackpink's debut hit was banned by KBS because the lyrics contained inappropriate phrases such as middle fingers up F and mentioned Henny, a shortened term for the liquor brand Hennessy. The reference to alcohol was particularly problematic since South Korean broadcasting regulations strictly prohibit the promotion of alcohol consumption, especially in content that might be viewed by minors. Despite the ban, the song became a massive hit on digital platforms and helped establish Blackpink as a formidable force in K-pop. NCT 127. This NCT 127 track was banned by KBS because the lyrics were considered too violent for public broadcast. The explosive nature of the song, with lines like, I'm the biggest hit on this stage, and the recurring cherry bomb, feel it yum, were deemed inappropriate. The choreography, which included suggestive movements, further contributed to the ban. SM Entertainment confirmed that the group would not promote the song on KBS and would replace it with another track during their promotions. Like That. CLC. CLC's Like That was banned because the lyrics were considered too suggestive and sensitive for public broadcast. Lines that translate to I'll show you a different me tonight and references to physical attraction were flagged by censors. The song's provocative content led to its restriction on several television stations, limiting the group's promotional activities for this comeback. Neurotic. TVX. This iconic TVXQ song faced a ban due to lyrics considered inappropriate, particularly the line, Under My Skin, which was deemed too suggestive. The Korean lyrics, I got you under my skin, were interpreted as having sexual connotations. The song was eventually allowed to be performed on television after the line was changed to, I got you under my sky. Despite the controversy, Neurotic became one of TVXQ's most successful and recognizable songs. Lotto. EXO's Lotto was banned simply because the title itself is a brand name and could be seen as promoting gambling. To perform the song on KBS and MBC, the group had to substitute the word lotto with louder. The song's references to wealth and luck were also scrutinized for potentially encouraging gambling behavior among impressionable fans. Despite these restrictions, the song topped charts and sold over 1 million digital copies in South Korea. Born Singer. KBS banned this BTS track because it was deemed to contain profanity and vulgar words that were unsuitable for broadcast. The song, which was an adaptation of J. Cole's Born Sinner, contained raw and emotional lyrics about the group's journey and struggles. Lines expressing frustration and using mild profanity were flagged by censors. The ban was particularly notable because the song was a fan favorite that showcased the group's authentic artistic expression. Everyday Winners Every Day was banned for mentioning the word lotto in Mino's lyrics, which was interpreted as potentially encouraging illegal gambling among young listeners. The line, I hit the lotto, jackpot, jackpot, was specifically cited in the ban. Additionally, the song's references to luxury and carefree spending were considered problematic. YG Entertainment had to modify the lyrics for broadcast performances, replacing lotto with alternative words. Pull Up. Bobby's solo track was banned for multiple violations, including cursing, derogatory and crude terms, Japanese terms, uses of specific brand names, and references to excessive drinking. The song contained numerous explicit lyrics and slang terms that violated broadcasting standards. References to alcohol consumption and partying were particularly problematic. The ban highlighted the strict standards applied to solo projects from idol group members. 16. Kim Samuel. This song was banned primarily due to mentioning brand names in the lyrics, a common reason for broadcast restrictions in South Korea. The specific brand references were deemed as potential advertising, which violates broadcasting regulations. Despite being a relatively mild case compared to others, the ban affected Samuel's promotional activities for the song, which was particularly challenging for a solo artist trying to establish himself after his stint on Produce 101. Big Bang's track was banned for its explicit title, even though it was censored, and for containing the slang word yangachi, which roughly translates to gangster or thug. The song's casual references to drinking and partying also contributed to the ban. For broadcast performances, the group had to modify both the title and certain lyrics. Despite these restrictions, the song was a commercial success and became a fan favorite from Big Bang's later discography. Dope. BTS. This popular BTS song was banned for containing vulgar lyrics. J-Hope's rap was specifically criticized for negative connotations with lines that translate to, "You are all too weak like a bunch of losers and idiots who can only cry." The song's critique of societal expectations and pressure on young people was considered too harsh for broadcast standards. The ban came despite the song's positive message about working hard and pursuing dreams. KBS banned this winter song, stating that it contained obscene imagery such as intercourse between a man and a woman or homosexuality. One of the problematic lyrics was, "I want to mix with you on the sofa like you shake a cocktail." The tropical-themed song's suggestive metaphors and references to intimate encounters were deemed inappropriate for public broadcast. YG Entertainment defended the song, arguing that the lyrics were poetic rather than explicit. Gentleman. Psy's follow-up to his global hit Gangnam Style was banned due to a scene in the music video where he kicks a no-parking traffic cone, which was interpreted as vandalism and damage to public property. This seemingly minor action violated broadcasting standards that prohibit showing illegal behavior that viewers might imitate. The ban was particularly notable given PSY's international fame at the time. YG Entertainment stated they had no plans to edit the video for broadcast. I'm busy. 2NE1's track was ruled unfit for broadcast by KBS due to the use of the word babo, which means fool or dumb in Korean. While this term might seem mild to international audiences, Korean broadcasting standards are particularly strict about language that could be considered insulting or degrading. The ban highlighted the cultural specificity of censorship standards and how even common slang terms can be problematic in certain contexts. Galaxy. Akmu's Galaxy was banned because the lyrics mention the word Galaxy 9 times, which KBS interpreted as indirect advertising for Samsung's Galaxy series of products. This case demonstrates how even seemingly innocent word choices can be scrutinized for potential commercial implications. The sibling duo had to modify the lyrics for broadcast performances, despite the song having no intentional connection to the smartphone brand. This collaboration between winners Mino and Icon's Bobby was banned for containing specific brand names, Japanese remarks, derogatory terms, references to driving under the influence, and lyrics that might hinder healthy thoughts in today's youth. The song's explicit references to partying and luxury lifestyle were deemed inappropriate. The ban affected the promotional potential of this special project between two of YG Entertainment's most prominent rappers. Kill This Love. The music video for this Blackpink hit was banned due to scenes featuring Rosé driving at high speed without a seatbelt and standing in the middle of the road, which violated South Korea's Road Traffic Act. Broadcasting standards prohibit showing unsafe driving practices that viewers might imitate. Despite the ban on certain scenes, the song became a global hit and one of Blackpink's signature tracks, demonstrating the limited impact of domestic broadcast restrictions on international success. Pink Venom. This track was deemed unfit for broadcast due to lyrics that indirectly promote brand products, specifically through mentions of luxury brands Chanel and Celine in the line, "This, that pink venom, this, that pink venom, this, that pink venom, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, straight to your dome like whoa, 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 straight to your dome like ah, 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 taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom, get 'em, get 'em, get 'em, straight to your dome like whoa, 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 straight to your dome like ah, ah, ah." The references to luxury brands were interpreted as potential advertising, violating broadcasting regulations. The ban came despite the song's massive global success and high-profile comeback status. Click Clack. Baby Monster. This song from YG Entertainment's newest girl group was banned by KBS for mentioning specific luxury brands, including Maybach, Ferrari, and Cartier. The lyrics, Maybach, Ferrari, Cartier, Watch Me Shine, were specifically cited in the ban. As a debut group, this restriction was particularly challenging for their initial promotional activities. The case highlighted how YG Entertainment artists seem particularly affected by brand reference bans. Hold Me Tight. This BTS track was banned because of its references to alcohol, which were considered inappropriate for public broadcast. The song's emotional lyrics about seeking comfort and connection included mentions of drinking that violated broadcasting standards. The ban affected the song's promotional potential despite its popularity among fans for its vulnerable and relatable content. Boys with Fun. From BTS's The Most Beautiful Moment in Life to One album, this song was banned for using a Chinese phrase that sounds similar to a curse word in Korean. The playful track's use of a foreign language that could be misinterpreted demonstrates the complex linguistic considerations in Korean broadcasting standards. The ban limited the song's promotion despite its upbeat and energetic appeal to fans. Second Grade. This BTS song was prohibited from airing because of its use of inappropriate language that was deemed unsuitable for public broadcast. The track, which reflected on the group's growth and position in the industry, contained slang terms and expressions that violated broadcasting standards. The ban came during BTS's rising popularity phase, affecting their ability to showcase their full discography on television. Converse High, BTS. This track was restricted from broadcast due to its mention of luxury brand names, including the shoe brand Converse, in the title. The song's playful lyrics about fashion preferences and attraction included multiple brand references that violated broadcasting regulations against commercial promotion. The ban highlighted how even casual brand mentions can trigger censorship in Korean broadcasting. Must City, BTS. Performed by J-Hope, RM, and Suga, this track was banned even before its full version was released due to a reference to a brand name. The song, which pays homage to the members' hometowns, contained casual brand mentions that violated broadcasting standards. The ban was particularly disappointing for fans who appreciated the song's personal and geographical connections to the members' origins. One More, Fiestar. This song was banned by MBC because the lyrics alluded to a threesome, which was considered too explicit for broadcast. Lines that could be interpreted as referring to multiple partners and intimate encounters violated standards for sexual content. The ban significantly limited the group's promotional opportunities for this comeback, affecting their visibility in a competitive industry. Paradise Lost. Gain's solo track was banned by all three major networks, KBS, MBC, and SBS, due to provocative dance moves that were deemed too sexual for television. The choreography, which included suggestive body movements and poses, violated standards for physical expression on broadcast. Despite the ban, the artistic music video and concept earned critical acclaim for its bold artistic vision, establishing Gain as a boundary-pushing solo artist. Joker, Dalshabet. This song was banned by KBS for containing sexual curse words and explicit imagery that violated broadcast standards. The specific issue was that the pronunciation of Joker in Korean sounded similar to a vulgar term for male genitalia. This linguistic coincidence resulted in the song being deemed inappropriate for broadcast, despite the group's innocent intentions with the casino-themed concept. Crayon Pop's upbeat track was banned simply for using a Japanese word, reflecting the complex historical tensions between Korea and Japan. The use of pika-pika, meaning shiny, in Japanese in the lyrics violated broadcasting standards that restrict Japanese language use due to historical sensitivities. The ban affected the quirky group's promotional activities for a song that otherwise matched their playful image. Home Sweet Home. G-Dragon's release was ruled unsuitable for broadcast by KBS for violating Article 46 of the Broadcasting Review Regulations, which prohibits content with advertising effects. The song's mention of Airbnb led to the ban. As one of K-pop's most influential solo artists and fashion icons, G-Dragon's work is often scrutinized closely by censors. The ban highlighted how even casual references to modern services can trigger broadcasting restrictions. Mantra, Jennie. Jennie's solo comeback was ruled unfit for airing by KBS due to violation of Article 46, which restricts advertising effects. The song contained references to luxury brands and lifestyle elements that were interpreted as potential advertising. As one of Blackpink's most prominent members with significant fashion industry connections, Jennie's work is particularly scrutinized for brand references. The ban limited domestic television exposure but did little to affect the song's digital success. APT, Blackpink, and Bruno Mars. This collaboration between Blackpink's Rosé and Bruno Mars was added to the list of banned songs by KBS. The track's references to luxury lifestyles and potential brand implications were cited as reasons for the restriction. As an international collaboration with significant global appeal, the domestic broadcast ban had minimal impact on the song's overall success and streaming numbers. Dum Dum and Zimzalabim. These upbeat Red Velvet songs were banned during exam periods for being too catchy and potentially disruptive to students trying to study. This unique case of temporary banning demonstrates how broadcasting regulations extend beyond content concerns to consider social context and potential impacts on youth behavior. The catchy hooks and memorable choruses were deemed too distracting during the critical academic examination season. War of Hormone, BTS. This BTS track was banned for lyrics that were criticized for being misogynistic and objectifying women. Lines describing physical attraction and female appearance were deemed inappropriate and potentially harmful to gender equality. The ban came amid growing awareness of feminist issues in South Korea. BTS's label eventually acknowledged the concerns about the song's messaging, showing how social awareness has evolved in K-pop. Bebe. Big Bang's Bebe was banned for its sexually suggestive lyrics and imagery in the music video. The flower imagery and metaphors throughout the song were interpreted as explicit references to sexual activity. The ban affected the song's television promotion despite its popularity and critical acclaim for its artistic direction and unique concept. Roll Deep. Hane's collaboration with Ilhoon of BTOB was banned for suggestive choreography and lyrics deemed too provocative for broadcast. The dance moves, which included hip movements and body rolls, violated standards for physical expression. As an artist known for her bold concepts, Hana has faced multiple broadcast restrictions throughout her career, yet has maintained her distinctive artistic identity. Tally. This B-side track from Blackpink's Born Pink album was banned due to explicit language and themes of sexual liberation. The English lyrics contained profanity and frank discussions of romantic autonomy that violated broadcasting standards. The ban highlighted how even album tracks that aren't actively promoted can face restrictions if they contain explicit content. Shut Down. Another track from Blackpink's Born Pink album, Shut Down, was banned by KBS for mentioning the luxury brand Lamborghini. The line, "Praying for my downfall, many have tried, baby, catch me when you hear my Lamborghini, pull up vroom, vroom, vroom," specifically violated regulations against brand promotion. The ban affected the song's television promotion despite its status as a title track from one of K-pop's biggest girl groups. Gangnam Style. Surprisingly, even this global phenomenon faced broadcast restrictions in its home country. Certain versions of the music video were banned due to a scene where Psy lies down on a yoga mat next to a man sunbathing. This scene was deemed inappropriate by some broadcasters, though the song's overwhelming popularity ensured that modified versions received ample airtime. Hyunaa's summer hit was banned by KBS for choreography deemed too suggestive for broadcast. Specific dance moves that emphasized her hips and certain body parts violated physical expression standards. The ban came despite the song's bright, colorful concept and summery vibe, highlighting the strict standards applied to female performers' physical expression. Abracadabra, Brown Eyed Girls. This iconic song was banned for its arrogant lyrics and the infamous hip dance that was considered too provocative for television. The choreography, which included the members moving their hips in a wave-like motion, became a cultural phenomenon despite the broadcast restrictions. The ban actually contributed to the song's mystique and popularity, demonstrating how censorship can sometimes backfire. Troublemaker. This collaboration between Hyunaa and Beast's Hyun Sing was banned for its suggestive choreography and concept that depicted a romantic relationship. The close physical contact between the performers and the narrative of forbidden attraction violated standards for physical expression on broadcast. Despite the restrictions, the performance became iconic in K-pop history. Bloom. Gain. Gain's solo track was banned for its metaphorical but clear references to sexual awakening and female sexuality. The flower imagery and lyrics about blooming were interpreted as explicit content unsuitable for broadcast. The ban reinforced Gain's reputation as an artist willing to push boundaries and address taboo subjects in her work.